you. I'm Roy Wood Jr. In the news this week, amid America's dating crisis, Gen Z women clarify what they're looking for in a partner.
Luigi Mangione.
Doge unveils new plan to distribute Social Security checks. ICE raids target yet another minority group. On Amber's team tonight, he's the host of The Majority Report, who recently went viral after arguing with 20 young Trump supporters on YouTube surrounded. We'll ask him if he still believes the children are our future. It's Sam Cedar. And joining Michael, she's an Emmy-nominated comedian who's written for Saturday Night Live and roasted Tom Brady on Netflix. Tonight, she'll be roasting Michael Ian Black on CNN, and he's gonna love it. It's Sam J. Now for the biggest news stories of the week, Amber and Sam watch the clip and tell me what's the story.
Okay, this is a text chain, so it could be anything. These are pilots attacking. That guy was not supposed to get this text. Oh, and then the word signal.
It's the Signal chat that accidentally they added a journalist to it when they were planning the attack on Yemen.
That is points. Yes, correct. Yeah. On Monday, The Atlantic revealed that members of the Trump administration had accidentally texted war plans to their editor-in-chief in an article they titled, "The Trump Administration Accidentally Texted Me Its War Plan." That was Monday. Then on Wednesday, the magazine followed up their original article by posting the attack plans that Trump advisors had shared with them on Signal in a piece titled, "Here are the attack plans that Trump advisors shared on Signal." How did this happen?
I have a theory. I think it is J.D. Vance's cry for help. I think he added the guy, because if you read the messages, J.D. Vance is low-key saying, like, this don't know what he doing, bro.
Wait, what you talking about, Trump or Hegseth?
Trump.
But the crazy thing, they should not have been on Signal in the first place. You're not supposed to use your private phones, and you're not supposed to use an app that literally my 12-year-old kid can get to say, in an hour, we're launching these planes in this place.
Hey, but Sam, you're not supposed to have an insurrection, but we did it.
So on this infamous Signal group chat, there were 19 people. In addition to the editor of The Atlantic, the chat had people like Defense Secretary Hegseth and Vice President J.D. Vance, who used their full names in the super secret Signal chat. There was also people going by the initial SM, AKA Trump advisor Stephen Miller, and TG, Intelligence Director Tulsi Gabbard. There was also some guy on the thread just named Jacob, who is yet to be identified. We don't know who Jacob is, but hey, look, no big deal. It's not a big deal. Fortunately, Tulsi and some of the text friends were already supposed to testify to the House Intelligence Committee this week, so they had a chance to clear this whole thing up.
I don't know how he was invited, but clearly he was added.
You were not TG on this group chat?
I'm not going to get into the specifics.
So you refuse to acknowledge whether you were on this group chat?
This was a huge mistake, correct? No.
It take you that long to open your mouth, you need a better answer than no. The last person in the clip there was CIA Director John Ratcliffe. Question, how else did John Ratcliffe defend the text in that hearing?
Sweatily?
The CIA director defended the text by also letting everyone know that, quote, Pete Hegseth wasn't drunk when it happened. Now, I don't know if that makes it better or worse.
Oh, yeah, it kind of makes it worse.
National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, the guy who started the text thread in the first place, he was not at the hearing, but that didn't stop him from trying to explain it. Question, how did Waltz say that the mistext happened?
It's the classic way. It got sucked in.
I tell that to my girl when she sees certain stuff in my DMs. I'm like, I don't know.
It just got
Sucked in to the DM.
Here's how Waltz explained the mistext himself.
I'm sure everybody out there has had a contact where it was said one person and then a different phone number.
But you've never talked to him before, so how's the number on your phone? I mean, I'm not an expert in any of this, but it's just curious. How's the number on your phone?
Well, if you have somebody else's contact and then somehow it gets
someone
sucked
sent
in,
you that
it gets sucked in.
It's the classic way.
So Walt stumbled through that answer like Viola Davis just asked him.
Why is your penis on a dead girl's phone?
Here's how other Republicans are categorizing the missed text as just an oopsie.
Yeah, look, it's a mistake and we got to move on.
They've acknowledged that there was an error and they're correcting it.
Those who do not make mistakes can throw the first stone. We all make mistakes. Give him a pass. Let him work and see what else happens.
Wouldn't it be great if ICE just came in right there and grabbed her?
Never know. What recent Trump adversary also joined the conversation this week?
America.
I was going to say me.
It's federal judge James Boasberg. The same guy who ruled against the Venezuelan deportations earlier this month has now been assigned to oversee the Signal chat mess as well. You know, Trump got to be sick of that. It's like, this again. In a hearing Thursday, Boasberg ordered everyone involved to preserve their Signal messages. That's right. Don't delete nothing.
I'm sure they'll comply. They are trying to get around the Transparency and the Records Act, which says that if you are a government official and you have communication, this needs to be preserved forever. But their Signal chat was set to erase it on 4 weeks. There's no reason to believe that all their stuff isn't going through that type of situation.
But I'm sure it'll get sucked out the other way.
Let's hear Trump's solution to making sure this never happens again.
If it was up to me, everybody would be sitting in a room together. The room would have solid lead walls and a lead ceiling and a lead floor. But, you know, life doesn't always let you do that.
That's what's supposed to happen. They're not supposed to do it this way.
Sam, why are you such a pussy?
Michael and Sam, your turn.
All right.
Watch the clip. Tell me, what is the story?
We see children, and we see Sean Spicer there, and we see something's on sale. It could be America, and money is changing hands.
Oh, they're going to be selling Trump's gold sneakers at the Macy's Easter sale.
You said that so convincingly.
They're looking for a corporate sponsor for the White House Easter egg roll.
Points over here. Good job.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm starting to learn the game. You have to watch the news.
Yeah. No, trust me. You're doing great. The story is Easter is for sale. Is this what people voted for?
No. No.
Because y'all know the drill. Every spring, the White House has the Easter egg roll, and they bring the kids, and, you know, let's have fun. So question, does anyone know how the White House Easter celebration will be a little different this year?
They're actually going to crucify someone?
Here's the answer.
But this year, as one planner notes, it's not your grandmother's Easter egg roll. President Trump, the businessman, looking to add his own flair with corporate sponsorships ranging from $73,000 to $200,000.
Also, the kids who lose will be deported.
I like that. It puts some skin in the game.
It adds some stakes to the whole thing.
Yeah.
Makes it exciting.
Trump is going after law firms who employ people he does not like. On Tuesday, he signed an executive order targeting law firm Jenner and Block, revoking security clearances and canceling government contracts, all because they hired one dude.
He's zeroing in on this firm because it once employed a man named Andrew Weissman. You may recall Weissman was one of the lawyers who was involved with ex-special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into Russian interference in Trump's first election.
And Andrew Weissman is the main culprit. He's a bad guy.
Let's look at him. Maybe he is a bad guy. Can we get a picture of this bad enemy of the state? He looked like a music teacher that believed in black students. You pick up that bassoon, Lamar. You are loved. So we know Trump thinks he's a bad guy. Question, How else is his administration describing Andrew Weissman?
Dirty Jew?
I don't see Jewish, so I didn't see that.
The scary part is they're going after these law firms, and a lot of them are capitulating. I mean, one today, Skadden Arps, one of the biggest law firms in the country, has billions of dollars, has agreed to do $100 million worth of free legal protection for Trump, even after he's out of office.
See, Sam, this is why you shouldn't
That's what
watch
I was about to say. The news not fun.
Yeah.
Weissman is just one of the people in Trump's sights this week. Does anyone know who else the administration is making life difficult for?
There's more?
It's tough now, but later it will be even more tough.
Okay.
Then it will get horrible. Then you'll want to die. Then you'll get used to it.
I'll see you in the camps.
Now we know y'all aren't going to the same camp.
Social Security is under attack from Trump's Doge cuts, with the result being the website crashing 4 times in 10 days this month, and hold times, if you call them, are 4 or 5 hours. On Tuesday, the Senate held confirmation hearings for Trump's new Social Security Director nominee, Frank Bisignano, clearly hired because he already has a crime boss name. And Frank was questioned about Social Security's recent issues by one of the oldest Americans of all time.
When you have a system that is not working out, you think it's a great idea to lay off half of the employees?
I don't know if, do I think it's a great idea to lay off half of the employees when a system doesn't work? I think the answer is probably no.
Is he being played by Joe Pesci?
Yeah. They are trying to crash the system because they know people love Social Security, and the best way to end it is to make it not work.
Does anyone know what Trump's billionaire Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick said about people who complain if they don't get their Social Security checks?
Howard Lutnick said correctly that if his mother-in-law misses a check, she won't complain.
Let's say Social Security didn't send out their checks this month. My mother-in-law, who's 94, she wouldn't call and complain.
Yeah, because he's a fucking billionaire.
Public records suggest that Lutnick's mother-in-law lives with him in his $15 million Upper East Side Manhattan townhouse, meaning she's unlikely to be relying on Social Security for rent or mortgage payments. Honestly, I think if you have to live with Howard Lutnick, you should be entitled to compensation of some kind. Who else is standing up to all the Social Security loving freaks out there?
I bet he's a billionaire.
Yes, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Apartheid himself, Elon Musk. Elon this week appeared on Brett Baer's Fox show on Thursday night, flanked by members of the Doge crew. Yes, like a focus group for divorced men. During the interview, Elon defended Doge's cuts.
Are we going to get a lot of complaints along the way? Absolutely. You know, one of the things I learned at PayPal was you know who complains the loudest and with the most amount of fake righteous indignation? The fraudsters.
Incidentally, there's very little fraud in Social Security. They have 1% rate of improper payments, and they claw back 2/3 of that. Every year, they claw back 2/3. They caught a $14 overpayment in Rhode Island at one point.
I apologized. Oh, my God. Like, I'm never going to hear the end of this.
Also in the interview with Baer, Elon continued to whine about how unfair it is that people don't like Doge.
Usually when they attack Doge, they never attack any of the specifics. So they'll say what we're doing is somehow unconstitutional or illegal or whatever. We're like, well, which line of the cost savings do you disagree with?
Okay.
We disagree with the unconstitutional ones.
Yeah, not thrilled about closing the Department of Education, not thrilled about USAID, cutting the federal work staff at the CDC, at the Department of Health and Human Services, and airplanes taking off. And I think they're not thrilled about the Social Security cuts.
Trump and Elon aren't just, decimating institutions here stateside. They're also going international. Does anyone know which ally we're antagonizing this week?
Is it Greenland?
We are antagonizing Greenland. Earlier this week, Usha Vance announced that she'd be paying Greenland a visit. If you've never heard Usha Vance speak, you're always going to remember this moment.
Hello. I'm so excited to share that I'll be visiting Kalaalleq, Greenland, next weekend. I'm particularly thrilled to visit during your national dog sled race, which our country is proud to support as a sponsor.
She's AI. That's AI. That's AI.
Trump already said, I want Greenland. I gotta have it. So then she's going there to be like, nice dogs. Can we have it?
According to the organizers of Greenland's national dog sled race, quote, we did not invite them. So then JD stepped in and was like, oh, you going to the dog sled race? Well, I'm coming too. So it turned into a trip to an American military base in Greenland, which JD explained here.
As you know, it's really important. A lot of other countries have threatened Greenland, have threatened to use its territories and its waterways to threaten the United States, to threaten Canada.
Why does it always look like they're trying to sell us a timeshare?
Now, JD's not letting any of the Greenland drama get to him. Here's JD earlier this week blowing off some steam down at the old gun range. Does anyone know how the White House official Twitter account captioned that photo?
It's so much worse than anything you can think of.
Is it a rap
The White House official Twitter account said, quote, just the Vice President of the United States sending some freedom seeds downrange doesn't get more American than that.
Oh, my God.
I did not know freedom seeds was bullets.
That will never not be in my brain.
Sam, you can say sucking in now. You can say,
Sucking in those freedom seeds.
We'll be right back.